Yes, guys, what's happening? Welcome back to another video. We need to talk. It's as simple as that. We need to talk. Liverpool are in a massive crisis right now. I mean, I'm here to explain it in this video as best as I possibly can. Obviously, a lot has happened since my previous video. I believe my last video was the 3-2 win against Atletico Madrid. I haven't had a chance to be active, but hey ho, we'll see what we can do. But yeah, I'm recording this just a few days after our fourth defeat in a row, our third in a row in the Premier League. And you don't want to lose to Manchester United if you're Liverpool, and that's exactly what we've done. But I'm just going to talk about the United game, and then I'm going to reflect on the situation with the squad and Arne Slot's situation as well, and go from there. But the United game was frustrating because I felt we played a lot better than in the previous games that we lost, especially in the second half. And we got off to a really poor start within a minute when Van Dijk loses his marker and Buemo gets in behind. Clever finish, clever pass from Amad Diallo. And yes, you can say the ref should stop the play because McAllister was down with a head injury. Virgil collided against him. But that first half was just not good enough. Honestly, there was really no threat that we offered. In the second half, it got slightly better with the changes, but I'm going to talk about Arne Slot a little bit later, but I just think we had enough chances to win this game. Isak, I don't think we can use the match fitness excuse anymore. He really should be scoring that. And the only positive to take, if there is a positive in the game, was Ibrahima Konate's performance. I thought he played a lot better this time around. He was solid. That pass to Isak as well that he played through should have been an assist. But other than that, he was brilliant. But apart from that, we were just awful, you know. And we are in a crisis now. There's no getting away from it. After 5 matches, we were 5 points clear at the top of the table. Now, after 8 games, we find ourselves 4 points behind Arsenal, who are steady and solid and just can't stop winning at the moment. And they don't look like conceding a goal, honestly. Trossard got the winner for them against Fulham. Manchester City are clicking into gear as well. Erling Haaland is an absolute beast. There's really not much else to say about him. He's a phenomenal striker who just can't stop scoring. So 2 of our title rivals have won 3 out of 3, and we've lost 3 out of 3, you know, again in the last 3 games basically. So it's not good enough. I mean, we need to fix up, starting from Frankfurt in the Champions League, and then we've got Brentford, Palace in the Cup, and we also play Aston Villa at home before that massive week where we play Real Madrid at Anfield and Manchester City away at the Etihad before the next international break. But let's talk about Arne Slot. I mean, I'm not one to call for the manager's head, and I truly believe Arne Slot can turn this around, and I hope he does turn it around. But this is not a good situation whatsoever. He doesn't seem to know his best lineup. Every other week we keep seeing changes to the lineup, whether it's Ekitike on the bench, whether it's Isak on the bench, whether it's Wirtz on the bench. To be fair to Wirtz, he has looked a lot better in the last few games. I haven't been impressed by him initially, but he has looked a lot better. And to be honest, he's been unlucky not to be on 4 or 5 assists. But let's talk about Mo Salah as well. I mean, we all know Mo Salah is an absolute legend, you know. I absolutely couldn't speak any highly of him, you know, but he just hasn't been himself so far this season. He's missed easy opportunities. I'm not even asking for great performances from Mo Salah, but as long as he's scoring, it's fine. But he's doing neither at the moment, and he had that one really good opportunity where he should have squared it to Wirtz or at least scored it himself. So it's not a good situation to be in for Salah, and there's an argument to be made that he should be dropped. Definitely he should be dropped because Chiesa is playing really well, Ekitike is playing really well, yet they both can't start a game. So, and that's 100% on the manager. That is 100% on Arne Slot. Listen, I dread to think what will happen if we keep losing, honestly. I'm not going to call for Arne Slot's head. I think he's got credit in the bank. He's won the league last season, but he's got to fix up. It's that simple, you know. He's not Jurgen Klopp in terms of immunity, you know. He hasn't built the empire. He hasn't built this team from down upwards. And the spending was there. We've broken our transfer record twice, so there is a huge expectation to deliver, and to retain the title, and it's just not looking like that at the moment. Arsenal are pulling away from us, and any more bad results and we're out of this title race. Now, I'm not going to be overreactionary and say we're out of it, but this is a bad position to be in. At the end of the day, we are 4 points behind. Our goal difference is inferior compared to Arsenal and Manchester City as well. So it's not a good position to be in at the end of the day. So we need to address it. Arne Slot needs to go with a different approach. And he needs to play the players that are in great form. Kerkez has looked like a bag of nerves. He's not playing that well at all. We're not seeing the same version of Kerkez that we saw at Bournemouth. But also the right back situation. Obviously, we knew we weren't going to replace Trent's qualities, but Frimpong needs a run in the team. I have no idea why Conor Bradley's playing ahead of Frimpong when he's not playing that well at all. Initially, I did rate Bradley, and I still do, but I just don't think he's good enough to be our first choice right back. So Frimpong needs to get his position back, starting from the next game. But there's just a lot of changes that need to happen within the team right now, and Arne Slot needs to keep it simple. It's just facts. He has to keep it simple. Otherwise, we could find ourselves in deeper trouble. And listen, some Liverpool fans probably have had enough of Arne Slot, but for me, I'm still willing to give him time. I'm not going to call for his head or anything silly like that, but this can't continue. He knows that this can't continue, and he's got to treat every game like his life depends on it right now, because we are in a crisis already. I mean, I would have thought that after the international break, we would fix ourselves up and beat Manchester United, but that hasn't proved to be the case. Maguire got the late winner, and we're just too open. We're conceding set pieces. We're not scoring set pieces of our own. The build-up play can be a little bit slow. I also forgot to touch on McAllister. I think McAllister has been absolutely a shadow of himself, since the start of the season. You can blame fitness issues, but at some point you're going to have to perform, and he hasn't done that. Curtis Jones needs to get back in this team. So let's see what Slot does ahead of the Frankfurt game and Brentford this week. It's a crucial week. We need to get 2 wins and just steadily get ourselves back on track before that massive game against Manchester City in the league, and obviously Real Madrid. So there's no guarantees that we're even going to finish in the top 8 in the Champions League if we don't get a result in the next game. So we just need to sort ourselves out, and quickly. I'm not in the camp of Arne Slot needs to go or anything ridiculous like that, because at the end of the day, he won the league. The narrative was always going to be, he inherited Klopp's team, this and that. But I think we have won the title largely due to Arne Slot's tactics and his fresh approach. So he just needs to get that back, find a different way, whether it's playing a diamond formation, whether it's playing Isak and Ekitike up front together. He's got to figure something out, at the end of the day. So only time will tell, but I'm really, really not as confident as I was before. I'm not, when you lose 4 games in a row, it is not the situation you want to be in. But listen, we have the quality, we have the team, we have the experience to turn this around, and I believe we will. I really believe we will. I have to, I support the team always, but I'm concerned. At the moment, I'm concerned. I mean, when we lost to Galatasaray, listen, that was embarrassing in itself. Chelsea, I thought Chelsea were the better team. Again, we're conceding late winners now after getting ourselves back in games. Crystal Palace, it was the same. But when it reaches 4 defeats, then there is a huge concern. Absolutely, there's a huge concern. So hopefully we can address it in the upcoming weeks before the next international break, because right now we're just trying to stay in this title race. We're trying to, stay in touch with Arsenal and Man City. Obviously, Man City are only 1 point ahead of us, but Arsenal are 4 ahead of us with obviously that superior goal difference. So only time will tell. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think Liverpool are in a crisis? I mean, it's self-explanatory. I think we are in a crisis, but what I try to say is, do you think Liverpool will turn this around, or will this continue? And do you see Arne Slot being dismissed? I just can't imagine it. I just think we're too patient of a football club. and he's won the league. I don't think there should be any talk of that, but it's natural. It is natural. Talk will happen. At the end of the day, we are Liverpool. We have to win games. We hold ourselves to the same standards as a Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, etc., etc. So we need to get back on track and very quickly. Let's see if that will be the case. But in the next game, we just, like I said, Arne Slot just needs to make those changes. Get Chiesa in the lineup. Ekitike obviously has to start. Drop Mo Salah if you need to. I don't think he should just keep playing. If he's not really performing, he's not performing at the moment. And yeah, I mean, let's see what happens in the coming weeks. I expect improvement because if we don't improve, we'll be out of this title race, and I'm not sure what else we'll win. But it's too early to completely panic. But right now, there is no getting away from it. Liverpool are in a crisis. We need to humble ourselves, like Virgil said, and just get that next win. The sooner we win the next game, the better, and then we can build from there. But yeah, it's been nice to make this video, first time in a while, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. I don't know when that will be, but all I can hope for right now is Liverpool bounce back, and we've got a lot of work to do. So feel free to leave comments below of what you think of Liverpool's season, and anyone else as well. Talk about any other club, Chelsea, Arsenal. Who do you think is going to win the Champions League? Any football opinion in your mind or question, feel free to leave it below, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. But just to conclude, Liverpool really, really need to get their act together here. For me, my issue is mainly with Slot than the players. Initially, you can blame the players, but it's a tactical setup, that is not really getting the best out of the team right now, and he knows it and he needs to address it soon. But overall, I do trust Arne Slot, and hopefully he will turn it around. Up the Reds.